Hi guys, I'm Shmee. Hello, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a beautiful day where you join me for the Easter weekend, which means, like in previous years, we're going to be heading to the Nurburgring. Now today, I'm going to be getting there with the McLaren Senna and later on going for some laps out on the Green Hell. My first time driving this car on the legendary Nordschleife. Now before that, you join me actually at Esser Automotive. We're going to be joining this pretty epic convoy. Quite a few cars around, including, well, the 918 Spyder. There's a lovely SLS Black Series, one of my favourite cars. The Ford GT, AMG GT Rs, Performante, Aventador SV, Novitec 488. Lots more joining us today. It looks set to be a pretty epic day out. And as always, I think it's going to be quite fun when we get to the ring. So the Senna, convoy, road trip, adventure, lots of cars with us, Nurburgring laps. Let's get today started. As you can see and hear, engines are running. It is time to get on the road. We are joined by a lot of Skittles for today's convoy. That Solar Beam SLS Black Series looks stunning. Novitec 488 alongside it. Lots of GT3s, AMG GT Rs, Weissach package GT3 RS, 488 with a Pista Pilotti style livery, SV Roadster 675 LT, Ford GT. That GT3 RS sounds epic, heard it the other day. Cars out here lining up. We've also been joined by an SLR Roadster. Lots more Porsches, BMW M cars, the sounds of cars. Senna tucked in just here alongside a GT3 RS. Also the 918 Spyder just here too. We need to take it out of race mode. I've taken off the number plates though, but you can hear engines are running. It is time to get on board the car and get today's convoy started to the Nurburgring. Right, let's climb in here. I'll have to do this awkwardly because we've got a little bit of luggage in the car with us. Get the car started. Then I'll need to take it out of race mode. To do that, door down. This takes just a little moment. Press active, race mode deactivation. Maybe we'll be back doing that again later on. We're going to be following the convoy leader in the GT3 RS. But yeah, cars are rolling out. We're out of race mode then. That means it's time to drive. Look at this. Let's let the SLR out in front of us. Look at this. We're following a 918 Spyder, an SLR Roadster on a stunning weather day. Oh, this is going to be a good convoy ahead. This is the perfect kind of driving day. Cars like this, roads like this. I need to take the screen actually out of the race mode display. Whew, let's do it! It's tunnel time! My first proper Senna crack. Check this out then. A little stopover, and now that line of cars in front of us on some wonderful roads. Just look at this thing, the Novitec Largo 488, sounding mega, so much wider than the standard car, but basically everybody lined up now, more cars coming in for a quick little break before it continues. It's a nice call on this with the gold wheels. Of course, I'm a big fan of red and gold. Good combo together. Well, this is a pretty good way to roll out, following the 488 Largo and the SLS Black Series. One day, one of those in the garage. One day. Anywho, for now, down here, I'm just going to pop the car back into active. That puts us into manual. We're in sport mode. One press of ESC into dynamic, which just stops it from throttling you back quite so much. Look at this colourful lineup in front of us, actually. Just look at that. You've got yellow, red, blue, yellow, green, silver, green, and red up at the front. It is completely Skittles today, all glistening in the sunshine. The ring, that means we're in a few small traffic jams. It's not too bad. We're going to be taking a sneaky route around the back, but basically we've separated from there we go. We've separated from the rest of the group for this last stretch because we're actually going to stop off at Apex to catch up with Misha, but also to have a little schmeeting there where the Ford GT is waiting, as is the Red Edition Focus RS. It's fair to say that there are quite a few cameras here. Looking around us in Nurburg, we're very nearly going to arrive. They're kindly letting us out, thank you very much. Yeah, This is nuts as we casually go past an R8 just parked beside us there at the side of the street. Yeah, here goes. This is so busy, but look, the red RS is here. The red RS has been brought here. Schmark has brought it along. The Ford GT is just down in front of us next to the pista. And we're gonna park somehow just here.
Just here.
Okay.
That's perfect.
It is time then. We're in the Senna and rejoined by Misha.
Hi guys.
Welcome back. So I went out in my GT last week and everyone was like, how come I'm doing it on my own and not being joined by you?
Unfortunately, I was in Monza filming some races.
Could be worse, could be worse. Yeah. Well, by my understanding, this is going to be the very first production or customer spec Senna to ever go around the Nurburgring.
And as a Nurburgring local, I can pretty much confirm.
So, careful is going to be the name of the game here, which is why I'm hoping I'll be able to get a bit of tuition from you and a bit of, like, just keeping it safe because it's a very busy day.
Yeah, I have a mirror here, so I'll be keeping my eye out, but...
I've actually taken the car out of race mode, so because of how low the ring is, it's actually recommended to drive it in sport in this. So we'll be active dynamics panel enabled, sport mode, ESC into dynamic, because otherwise the car like throttles the power a lot. We've had it running for a while, we've got a full tank of fuel. Oh, a little bit nervous, but excited. Let's do this. You wouldn't believe how long it has taken in traffic to get to the Touristenfahrten entrance, but we're here now. It's pretty busy. I'm gonna have to go this way to actually be able to buzz. In fact, there is another traffic jam to even go out onto the ring. That is how busy it is today. Window switches up here to open my tiny little window, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do this.
You can always give a ticket to the marshal because they're always there to help you.
They are very, very nice and helpful in that respect. This is so busy, it's unreal. But what we're about to do, I had hoped we were going to be able to do 3 laps. We were going to try and do a lap in the Senna here, then do one for Misha's channel, then do another lap in the Senna. But it's been about half an hour to get the 1.2 kilometers from Apex to the ring. So we're probably only going to have time to squeeze in the 1. Now, can I reach?
Yay!
Yay! Oh, and put that back in my pocket. The ring card. A few more laps left on this card. So this counts as being on the ring.
Yeah.
Or does it not? No, maybe we need to get through here. Senna number 1.
And it's officially ring approved because you can put your arm through the window.
Yeah.
To scan your ticket.
It works just. Fortunately, they're nice enough to have right-hand drive ones, but oh man, this is so busy. This is going to be absolute carnage out on the track. Absolute carnage. I'm looking forward to it. What you have to remember is that this is still, it's tourist drives, it's a public road, it's a public toll road. Road rules apply. You can only overtake on the left.
Correct.
There are speed limited sections.
Correct.
Right side, the second entrance. So you could literally do half a lap and spin off to get your meal, to go get a lunch or something, or a dinner.
Or groceries.
Or groceries, yeah, maybe we should do that. That'd actually be quite fun.
Yeah, check out the trunk space as well.
Maybe not, we should do it in a Ford GT. That's totally a Ford GT video. Anyway, what other rules are there?
What are the rules? In case there is a yellow flag, you need to slow down to 50 kilometers an hour, turn on the hazard lights and do not overtake. If you see a flashing yellow light, the speed limit is then 120, but be prepared to obviously to come to a complete stop. Those are the most important.
We now have these new bumps.
Yes. That's why there is also a traffic jam, but on the other hand, there's also make sure that there is not too much traffic.
It spreads everyone out.
Yeah, so that's...
The kind of interesting thing now though will be, that was quite vicious. How quickly,
there we go.
We got cold from ALRs. You can feel it there. This is absolutely mad. And there's a yellow flag already.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So slow right down, hazards on. Okay, hazards on.
Yeah.
Wow, this thing is fast.
Well, let's see if you can do better than the Ferrari from the Sub 7 Up lap, because the Sub 7 Up was right there.
Oh yes, imagine if it left me in school. Whoa, this is, yeah, we've definitely got to get some temperature into these.
Yeah.
A bit wide there, excuse me. Okay, we're coming through T13, let's do this with the Sub 7 Up. Just to get the photos, let's hit the apex right here. Wow, this car is mental fast, isn't it?
It's very good, yeah.
Holy moly. I'm keeping my eyes so far up the road in front of me. It's such a busy track. And there are lots of people who don't know all of the ring etiquette
else in the world do you see an Audi A4 or an A6 next to a Senna on the racetrack?
On the Nurburgring, a bit wide around there, was for McLaren Senna. The only thing is I feel like it's encouraging people to probably push on a bit more themselves.
Yep.
Only by virtue of seeing this thing. So I need to be very careful what happens in front of me as well. Oh, the cracks in here are so good.
That's very good.
The grip is absolutely phenomenal as well.
Yeah, because of traffic we're probably doing now like what, 40% capacity of the car.
I mean the car has way more in it than we're
so
doing.
safe.
Miss here, miss. When I squeeze my throttle, the power, the way it takes up is just absurd. We've got a Nissan GT-R on our back.
So important question way ahead. Are we taking the carousel?
Yeah, we're in sport mode.
Oh, okay.
So we can definitely take the carousel. Let the GT-R go through there. I wasn't in the mood to compete against it.
And plus we are obeying the speed limit here through Breitscheid. And flat out here.
Flat out up the hill. And yellow flags, yellow flags.
No overtakings.
Yeah, no overtaking, down to 120.
It's actually the same thing happened to us when we had our M3 lap last year. It was also here. But gives us a nice opportunity to talk about your first thing.
The Senna as well, listen to the noise. The whooshes.
It's very good.
So cool. So yes, how does the Senna feel here? Well, away from the camera, we've just been around in a few other cars. This feels so planted.
Yeah.
It's so stuck down to the tarmac. So much grip. I'd love to be able to go just a little bit harder with it.
Yeah, maybe this is actually a car for a track day.
Yeah, it's definitely a car for a track day.
Yeah. No, from my side, if I would have to say, actually, before we got in the car, Robert whispered in my ear, he's like, let me know if we should get it as a taxi, if it's worth it.
Well, I look forward to hearing that opinion.
I think it's definitely worth it. It's because we have a 600 LT as a taxi, and so far on this speed it's very comparable, but you can feel that the car is of course a lot more planted. You have a lot more downforce. So for the high speed sections, that'll be very beneficial for this track and this car.
We're coming up towards the carousel then.
Yeah.
And it's looking very busy as we get there. Funny thing though is I can just squeeze the throttle pedal and we can get through pretty much any gap.
Oh, look at that car! Was that the guy that liked the wheel?
So we're going to go through. The question is what's happening in front of us? Oh, well, we're not going to go through properly. It's a bit of a slow entry to the carousel there. We are in it though. We are overtaking someone as we go through the carousel. And we bounce on out. It's so quick.
It's so quick. Yeah, here you really realize how much planted the car is.
carousel then. Sometimes the short shifting, by the way, for those watching, is intentional because it just gives the car that little bit more grip and poise. How do you explain that? Because it's got so much power and it's so light.
You need to give the momentum in it.
It's not. In this car, it doesn't necessarily always help to be bouncing on the red line.
Yeah.
Anyway, gantry, end of the lap.
We made it.
McLaren Senna lap on the Nurburgring Nordschleife completed. Yes. Epic times. Thanks for being there with me.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
This is like something that's never forgotten.
Yeah.
We've done the first McLaren Senna lap on the Nurburgring Nordschleife, and if I was a gambling man, if this car were to ever to go for a lap record attempt, I think it would have a pretty good go at it.
Yeah.
It would have a good go at it.
Yeah,
anyway,
absolutely.
that's for another day. Come on, McLaren, do it. For now, we join the traffic to exit the track. Really cool experience. I was loving that.
Me too, absolutely. I think my audience who watched this video, they probably know by now if I was sitting and being quiet and just smiling, then I purely enjoyed it. It doesn't happen too often because it's after many years it's hard to impress me. But I'm actually very satisfied and impressed by how far we've come. We started, our first lap was what in the blue RS, I think?
A couple of years ago, when I didn't have a clue what was going on.
Yeah.
And now we're confidently driving quickly around significant amounts of traffic.
In another blue car. So
in another blue, it's a very similar colour actually.
Yeah,
it's a really similar colour.
Some things remain the same, some things change. Same but different.
Same but different. So
when are we gonna race together?
One day. One day. You need to train me a little bit more first. I need a moment just to take it all in. Well, we've got a moment, and then we'll exit, and then we'll be able to catch up and work out what's just happened. We finally made it back to the car park. That was a long queue. We've got a GT3 next to us. There are lots and lots of cool cars around, as you can imagine. There are also so many people here today.
Yep.
So many, which is why it takes a while to actually get anywhere, to get to the track, to get off the track. But it's mission success. That was what I wanted to do, to safely enjoy a lap, and we definitely safely enjoyed a lap. Just it would be more enjoyable if we could get back to Apex a touch quicker. It will be what it will be, hey? It will be what it will be. And we are back. The sun is setting, but what an experience. The Senna driving on the Nurburgring, the first customer Senna to drive on the Nurburgring. This will always have been that car, and technically that means it's currently a lap record holder. It's the fastest Senna around the Nurburgring, despite it being incredibly busy, as you've seen. So many people, Touristenfahrten, the Easter weekend, absolutely packed here, having to be safe with it, having to be sensible with it, but getting a small feel for the amount of power, the way it delivers the power, how much grip it has. My goodness, this thing is going to be so capable. I'm not quite sure what that was in the background. This thing just on an open track, maybe more, clearly more suited to a Formula 1 track, for example, a World Endurance Championship circuit, the Grand Prix circuit here at the Nurburgring, where you can pop it in track mode, lower the suspension 3.5 centimeters. It would be much more at home. You treat the Nurburgring more like a slightly bumpy road, but it handled that exceptionally well. An awful lot of fun. Absolutely awesome. Big thanks to Misha though for joining me there, for going for that experience. And yeah, the Senna has now been, I think, broken in. It's done a lap of the Nurburgring. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video coming from Esser in the Convoy here to the Nurburgring for this day out, for this drive. But I'm going to wrap this one up for there. Thank you very much, as always, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheers. Woo!